welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one Better Call Saul, Season 4, Episode number 6. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know why. Let's go.
Alright, just one comment from the last episode from Josiah, who says, I agree that seeing the background of how Gus built up his empire, the infrastructure and years of planning that went into it, all with the foreknowledge of how Walt totally fucked it all up as a rogue, chaotic, self-interested force, is some of the best aspect of this series. I think Better Call Saul is better of the two shows, but a lot of that is because of the context the Breaking Bad story provides.
Right.
I can't think of any prequel show or movie done this well, so well that it actually surpasses the original story in many ways. Thanks for sharing your reactions.
Yep.
Alright, let's jump into the next episode right now.
Are you sure about these? The pool's up to 200. I've made my choices.
Matters. That's right. Thanks, Jimmy. Hail the conquering hero. Thanks, Howard. I hate to interrupt, but there's a Mr. Bushmills waiting.
Fucking crazy over there.
I love him, Devil's Advocate.
Library. That's how it's spelled.
With respect to the zoning committee, we maintain that the masonry statute should be exempt from sign code restrictions on size and location because it is a work of art. Specifically, it's fun.
Yeah. Weekdays, 9 to 4, the busy time.
Oh, yeah?
It's dead, Kim. It's deader than disco.
Sorry.
Get back to Salt Lake. Are you on an hourly rate, or would this be like a flat fee kind of thing?
I'm not supposed to be practicing, Jimmy.
Mr. McGill?
I'm sorry. Not practicing any longer.
Darn it.
I can refer you, though.
Alexa. She got lots of...
Hamlin McGill has an excellent estate law department, and they'll help you sort things out.
Oh, that's even on the spot,
$5,000 check on this shit.
Yeah, all them phone $5,000. He might have an infection. He's sitting up in there.
The doctor tells me your fever has gotten worse.
Yeah, you're right, baby.
They say this infection may kill you.
He'll kill you. I won't let it.
Even if it doesn't, my doctor tells me again and again that you may never wake. And yet, I wait. I grew up quite poor. We live in the hills, in a place my brothers built from things they found. Metal sheeting, plywood.
It smelled like hay. We were always hungry. But there was a lucuma tree. Scrawny, barely alive. My family had given up on it years before. Never bore fruit. When I was 7, I became fixated on it. I watered it, tended to it. It took a long time, but the buds grew into green fruit. I was so proud. I didn't tell anyone. I plucked one and hid behind our shack. I ate the whole thing. I'd never tasted something so sweet. It was like caramel. At first, we ate it for ourselves. And then I began taking it to the village to sell. One day, much of the fruit was gone from my tree. Pieces were scattered on the ground, half eaten. I thought it was probably a coati. Have you ever seen one? About the size of a large house cat. Opportunist. I built a snare using branches and wire. It didn't take long for the animal to set it off. But the coati thrashed so hard, it broke out of the snare. Broke its leg as well. I tried to grab it, but he slipped away. It ran under the house. I knew he would show himself sooner or later. So I waited. For hours.
Basically.
Into the night. When my brothers called for me, I did not answer. I didn't make a sound. I was so still. Finally, it came out. It knew I was there, but it was hungry. This time, I was ready. I caught it. It fought me, but I was stronger. The merciful thing would have been to kill it. I kept it. It lived for quite some time. I believe.
That means you too. Kai. Over here, Kai.
Es reicht. Sie zahlen euch gutes Geld, dafür hört ihr gefälligst zu.
Kinda gonna be a problem.
We got 4 bedrooms between the 2 houses. I leave it to you to figure out the roommate situation. I assume you're all friends, and I don't really want to hear about it if you aren't. Working kitchen so you can cook whatever you want. The refrigerators, the cabinets are stocked with the essentials. There's a shopping list. You write down whatever you need, and we'll get it. There's a phone in each house. It goes directly to me or one of my guys. Anything you need, call.
So when do the girls get here?
Anything within reason. Any more questions?
We're about to deal with your ass. I can see right now.
All right. You've got some time to relax and settle in. Work starts tomorrow night.
Michael, they are all good boys. Once the work begins, they focus. I see to it. What you've done here is very impressive. Thank you for that, Michael.
All right.
Say
If you need anything to make this go better, you let me know.
I will, certainly.
Four bedrooms in the one.
Sorry, I'm just getting tired. You know why? Because it's nighttime in Germany now. I think I'm still in Germany time.
Thank you, big whistle. Little birds up shit or jail game.
No, that's something outside. Alright, you push me that.
Just here to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Look, fellas, we got off on the wrong foot. Okay, I'm sure you saw me out here selling my wares and you thought I was just some rube out looking to score a quick buck and just begging to be rolled. But guys, I'm thinking long term. I see a real need in this community for safe, affordable, untraceable phones, and I'm ready to fill it.
Wow.
All right, straight talk. I need to be able to sell my phones without worrying about getting ripped off. I'm proposing, if you let me sell my phones without hassle, I cut you in, say, $100 every night that I'm out. And that's money for literally doing nothing.
Why wouldn't we just take all of it?
Because I'm talking consistent, reliable profits, you know? Sure, you could rip me off again, take all that I've got, but then I stop selling and you lose a valuable revenue stream.
Yes, we'll tell everyone. We'll say, don't mess with the cell phone guy.
We'll say, don't mess with the cell phone guy.
All right, we're done.
Going on in this warehouse. I mean, just a brilliant setup by Mike to come through and just suggest all the things. It makes sense, right? Yeah, you can obviously see Mr. Kai over there. We're gonna probably have a problem with later on moving forward, but that's gonna be an easy, deal wittable situation if he was to get out of hand. We'll see how that go. But you already see that there are foreshadowing problems brewing in the future. So we'll come back to that. Gus gave a thrilling monologue to Gustav, or whatever his name is. Hector. And to just be like, look, bro, I'm patient. All right? I mean, I got plans for you, which we all know. And I will wait until I can't wait no more. It doesn't even matter. And I thought that was very well executed at the end. And then, of course, you got, I thought Wexler did a great job looking out for her and the future and setting herself up for success. That was good. Jimmy, on the other hand, is just out here being Jimmy. The best he can do. And that is his thing to do, and he's doing the best at what he can do. And if he think these cell phones going to get him popping while he's waiting to get his license back, then, own you. But that comes with a lot of risks. But I'm here for all of it anyway, and I thought it was another excellent episode. Can't wait to see another one.
Yeah, so again, just the pacing and the storytelling leading up to everything we know in Breaking Bad is just fascinating. I really love seeing how big of a role and impact Mike had in the beginning too, because I think it's so easy just to be like, it was all Gus, and like this episode clearly showcase why Gus trusts him as much as he does and why he's such a significant part of like the whole organization. But the fact that he was like, we need all of these things, which is true. If they were in there for 10 months with nothing but to sleep in, they would lose their ever-loving mind. So I just thought it was really brilliant.
Good thinking.
So again, just the cleverness of the strategy, the writing there. Excuse me. I totally agree with Wexler too. I thought it was brilliant the way that she put that together so that she could ultimately have a deal. she could keep her relationship with Merce Verde and still have that money coming in, but have the support so she could free up her time to do what she's really passionate about. And she ultimately recognized she would not be able to get that in a partnership with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And that was a hard blow for him. Like, you could see he didn't take that very well. So we'll have to see how that plays out, too. Excuse me, sorry. And then with Jimmy's, well, first, I totally agree, too. Gus's speech to Hector was, like, savage. Like, so subtle, it basically cut right through to the fact that, like, I will wait for however long it takes to get my revenge. Yeah, like, I'm a patient man. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind being in this, you know, in the dark, in the silence. Like, I'm coming for you, my guy. Which, again, how that all plays out is fucking fascinating. So I just love seeing all of this. And his confidence and his, like, savageness. And, like, again, the way that it played out is just crazy. But, and then with Jimmy, ultimately, now he's got, you know, he's utilized a couple gangsters to, like, spread the word that he's not to be fucked with, which again aligns to where he's going to. But curious to see how that plays out. I did like, though, Jimmy trying to light a fire under Howard's ass. Like, he didn't have to do that, and that was honestly a nice Jimmy move to be like, be mad at me if it motivates you to get your shit together. I'm okay with that, which I thought was a good Jimmy moment. But and I really like the opening sequence too, seeing. I think it did such a great job of, like, building the dynamic of the relationship both Kim and Jimmy have to the law. Seeing them at the beginning as far as them both working in the mailroom, like the fact that she went above and beyond on a case that she's not even working on just to ask his brother a question. I can't think of his name right now. Chuck, a question because she researched the law. It just shows her tenacity and that she's in a different realm when it comes to the law, where Jimmy didn't give two fucks. It was like just worried about his Oscar polls that he was running the office. So again, it just shows the difference in the dynamic of, like, their personality type and their relationship to what law is. So I just thought that was fascinating too, and then to see how everything played out this episode, where Kim's ultimately found a path that she can really find her passion again for the law, and Jimmy's having to, you know, go a whole different path. So we'll have to see how it plays out, but another great episode.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Better Call Saul Season 4, Episode number 6, and until next time, peace.